Most people can't imagine life without music. It's at the gym, in the car, at parties, in every store, every elevator, every waiting room. Music is everywhere. And for most people, that's fine. Great even. But for you, it's not. You don't just dislike certain genres. You don't just prefer silence. You genuinely don't get it. Music doesn't move you. It doesn't make you feel anything. It doesn't make sense. And when you tell people this, they look at you like you just said you hate oxygen. If that's you, welcome. You're about to feel very seen. And today, we're breaking down the psychology of people who hate music. Let's be clear about something first. You don't hate music because you're trying to be different, or edgy, or contrarian. You're not pretending. You genuinely just don't enjoy it. And that confuses people, because to most people, music is universal. It's a fundamental part of being human. But here's the thing. For some people, it's not. And there's actual science behind this. Psychologists call this musical anhedonia. Anhedonia means inability to feel pleasure, and musical anhedonia means your brain doesn't process music as rewarding. It's not that you can't hear it. You hear it just fine, but your brain doesn't light up the same way other people's brains do. When most people hear music they like, their brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical. It feels good, it's pleasurable, it's satisfying. But your brain? Nothing. Music doesn't trigger that response, so it just sounds like noise. Organized noise, but still just noise. And that's not a choice, that's just how your brain is wired. Here's what people don't understand. You're not missing out on some deep emotional experience that you wish you had. You're just neutral. Let's talk about the science for a second, because this isn't just preference. Studies have shown that people with musical anhedonia have different brain connectivity. Specifically, the connection between the auditory cortex and the reward system is weaker. So their brain hears the music, but it doesn't translate that into pleasure. It's like the wires just aren't connected the same way. And that's neurological. You can't just try harder to enjoy music. That's not how brains work. And here's something interesting. People with musical anhedonia aren't anhedonic about everything. They feel pleasure from other things. Food, friends, hobbies, accomplishments. It's specifically music that doesn't register, which means you're not depressed. You're not numb. You're just wired differently for this one specific thing. Here's what people with musical anhedonia wish others understood. It's not personal. You're not judging people who love music. You're not saying they're wrong. You just don't share that experience. And that should be okay. But people take it personally, like your indifference to music is an insult to their taste. And it's not. It's just a different brain. So here's your permission. You're allowed to not like music. You're allowed to find it distracting, or boring, or just irrelevant. You're allowed to leave parties early because the music is too loud. You're allowed to drive in silence. You're allowed to skip concerts. You're not missing out. You're not broken. You're not cold or emotionless. You just experience the world differently. And there's nothing wrong with that. And to everyone else, if someone tells you they don't like music, believe them. Don't try to fix them. Don't recommend your favorite song. Just accept it. The same way you'd accept someone not liking coffee, or sports, or movies. It's just a preference, and for some people, it's neurological. So tell me, are you someone who doesn't connect with music? Drop your experience in the comments. And if this felt a little too accurate, subscribe. We explain everyday habits simply, and I promise, the next one will feel just as personal. See you there.